Ladies and gentlemen, on another edition of Making Her Story, we are very pleased to welcome to the studio tonight Miss Joyette Jopson. She is a financial wealth officer and the first Filipina to finish the FWD 78-degree North Marathon in Norway just last April 16. So welcome to SportsCenter Philippines.
Thanks, Leah. Thanks for having me.
Of course, because, you know, she didn't just finish. In fact, she finished as one of the best by topping the women's category and ending third best overall with a time of 4 hours, 10 minutes, and 59 seconds. And all of this in Norway, which is very close to the North Pole.
Yes.
Now, we hear it was your first time to race on ice.
Yes.
I can imagine, because coming from the Philippines, of course, you're definitely not used to racing on ice. So what was that like as a challenge?
The biggest challenge was going there. You can't really train in the same conditions. So I had to make do with what we have here. So I trained on different terrains. I ran on bush trails. I ran on sand. So I imagine running on ice would be similar, right?
How does one mentally prepare also? Because obviously training here, the bulk of your training being done here, you don't get the same temperatures and the same wind and weather conditions. So how much of a shock is that to your body?
I guess train yourself not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. So I feel that, you know, for normal travels, I go somewhere cold. I don't like it that much. But this time, because I really wanted to do the race, I guess I was more prepared. And I know going into it that I can't complain.
Were you happy with your performance? I mean, you finished very well in the top 3.
Yes, very much. To be honest, I wasn't expecting to win the women's race. I mean, of course, who doesn't want to win, right? But going somewhere where you don't know the conditions. I've never even ran on ice before going there. Yeah. So, you know, you don't have any sort of home court advantage. Yes. So I knew I was going to do my best.
Now, you did mention that you really, really wanted to do it and you really, really wanted to finish it. Is there a specific reason why you wanted to do that?
I guess I wanted to make history, to be the first Filipina. That's that's a great honor for me to be able to do it. So I've been racing for 13 years. I've been all over to race. I go to different countries, you know, usually triathlons or marathons. So this is really something different. So I thought it was really, really cool, and I really wanted to do it.
So you finished in the top 3, you topped the women's race, and actually in the top 3 you were the only woman. Yes. So in your experience, does something like this happen a lot?
It's not uncommon now, even for, let's say, Ironman races. So you can see that through the years, the women are closing in the gap on the men. So several Ironmans, the female champ would be top 3, top 5 overall.
Okay. What are your thoughts about this?
It's amazing. I mean, it's very, very inspiring.
And do you ever feel singled out while you're competing as a woman? For example, you're finishing in the top 3, you're the only woman there. Do you ever feel belittled by the other, say, male racers who didn't maybe reach the top 3?
I don't feel that I'm being belittled. I kind of like that I'm low-key. Like even in Svalbard, I was very low-key. Who would expect this tiny Filipina would be top 3, right? Yeah. I mean, even the women there, they're much taller.
More and more women nowadays are actually getting into fitness, and usually when they do that, they try out running, which for some of them leads to triathlons, even if it's just on the weekend. Sometimes they find themselves, you know, signing up for it and competing in a triathlon over the weekend. So what do you think about this?
It's great that more and more women are trying the sport. I mean, when I started, there's really just a handful of females you can count. So you always know I'm going to be in the top 5 or I'm going to be in the top 3. So it's amazing.
Okay, thank you so much for dropping by SportsCenter and chatting with us.
Me.
Thanks.